Hey guys, and welcome to the channel ZAZZA Racing Team. So ever since I got in the Ferrari simulator in Rome, I've become obsessed with sim racing and a passion for racing games again. Now I've seen how much this equipment goes for, absolutely silly money, so I've bought myself a set of pedals and a steering wheel for less than £150, and I'm just going to use what equipment I've got. Before we get underway, I'd just like to say that this channel is going to be a dual channel between my wife and myself. Now, whilst my wife has no clue how to race, and I can't remember the last time I raced online, I think we may be in the same boat. But if you'd like to get notified of when our content is out, make sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification. So to kick things off on this journey, I wanted to make a 3-part video showing you the transition from controller to steering wheel. Bear in mind, I've never used a steering wheel before, so this is about as raw as it's going to get. Part 1 of the video, I'll be using the controller to find my fastest laps across 5 different cars at Brands Hatch, with no more than 10 laps. Part 2, I'll do the same test with the same cars, but using the steering wheel. And then part 3, I'll give you the conclusion of the transition. Okay, so first up is the Ferrari F40, and I mean, at the moment I still haven't used the steering wheel, but the first thing that I noticed, if I'm going to be critical about myself, is every time I make a steering input into this car, you can physically see how jerky it is when I'm turning left or right. I mean, coming up to this corner, it's literally 0 to 100% all at once. Now, I don't know any different at the moment, so I've always used the controller and it's never really bothered me before. But being critical about the controller, this is what I'd say. So, the first time coming across the line, or the first hot lap coming across the line, is going to be a 48.128. So looking at the leaderboard, we've got the Ferrari F40 on 48.128. And next up, we're going to jump into the Nissan GTR. Same track, Brands Hatch. I don't think I ever did more than 7 or 8 laps. I can't remember off the top of my head. But definitely I never got to 10. And just looking at the best laps on the right hand side, I'm just going to mention that they don't look that consistent, do they? Like 52, 51, 50, 54, 50. I'd say for consistency we would want to be lapping within the same second. Get to the apex on there, but again, looking at the steering inputs, it's just really jerky. If I must admit, it's really jerky. And that's through no fault of the controller. I mean, it's designed to play games, not racing games, I would say. But coming up to the start-finish line, what are we going to do as a hot lap? Will it be consistent? Will it be in the 50s? Will I go faster? Obviously I do go faster. It is a 49.957. So again, a lot of inconsistency there, I would say. So next up on the leaderboard, in second place, 49.957, is the Nissan GTR. And next up, I think we went for the 2011 Monster Sport 4-wheel drive. And I really liked the handling of this car. I didn't change any of the settings, so I think I topped out on the top speed. Same story really. I think we can. It's going to be a theme across all of these video clips. Just look at this steering input. You can literally physically see every time I take my finger off the steering input, nowhere near the apex there. But I mean, at the end of the day, this video is not about my driving, it's about the transition from controller to steering wheel. I mean, I can't remember the last time I picked up this game, to be honest with you. So it's gonna be, so first lap I did the hot lap on the second lap. So the first lap was a 45.446. That was pretty consistent. 45.132. So across all my laps, that probably, well, that was the best one. So onto the leaderboard, that one goes top, 45.132. So what's next to take up the mantle? The Mazda 787B Stealth model. Probably considered one of the best cars in the game, I would say. Looking at the times on the right hand side, had two times disqualified, probably pushing a little bit too hard. Did about six laps on this one. Let's have a look at the times. 41, 41, 43, 42, 47. Again, not hugely consistent, if I'm honest. I can't mention this jerkiness enough. Now looking back at these videos, it just looks horrendous. What's the time going to be? 39? Will I crack into the 39s? No. A 40.639. But a disqualified time of 44.94. So the monster goes top with a 46.39. But a disqualified time of 44.94. So next up, we'll go into the McLaren. Now, out of all the cars that I drove, I would say I hated driving this one the most. I probably had the most disqualified laps using this car. Initially, it's because I had the wrong tyres on the car. So I had to go back and change those to racing sport tyres. But yeah, it was a handful to drive this car. I didn't change any of the settings on any of the cars. I just literally jumped into the game and used the same settings across all the cars that I tested. As you can see there, again, no consistency in the times. 50, 45, 44. And this one's going to be a 43, so hugely inconsistent on that time. And where will the McLaren fit in? The McLaren F1 fits in second with a 43.183. So up next is going to be Ayrton Senna's Lotus F1. Now, I absolutely loved this car when I was playing the game, and I thought it was a dream to drive. But going back to these steering inputs, it's not exactly good to watch. Looking at the lap times on the right hand side, again 46, 45, 42, so hugely inconsistent, and completely jerky inputs. Just looking back at these videos again, it's disgraceful, I've got to say. But you don't notice that when you're playing the game. You're just trying to get the fastest lap or do well. 39.682, again inconsistent, but on the leaderboard, where does that take us? It takes us top, 39.682. The Lotus 97, Ayrton Senna's Lotus F1 car goes top. So that concludes the first ever video that I've done on YouTube. As I said, this is a 3-part video. This was part 1, using the pad. In part 2, we'll move over to the steering wheel and pedals. Being critical about the controller, I've said it a million times now. Jerky steering inputs and inconsistency in the times. Be sure to check out the next part of this video to see how I do with the wheel and pedals, and then at the end I will conclude everything. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell notification to see when the next video is out. See you in the next one.